Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution. To accept charges, press 1. Thank you for using T-Netics. You may start the conversation now.
Shout out 808 Mellow. Whoa.
What's good, guys? It's your girl Shanette Carleo back with another video. If you with me heavy, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, done know already. I want to move fast into this week's subject. I want to reverse the fast track into this driving license lesson of a subject. I really feel like a lot of people will come, or a lot of women, females, because that's who I make my video for, the gang. I really feel like you may come into this circumstance at some point in your life, globally, around the world. I feel like this could happen to you. So today's video is about 5 reasons why not to date a guy in a penitentiary, a man in Her Majesty's prison, a man in jail. Now don't get me wrong, I know we all make mistakes, and I know that people are just hustling a lot of the time and trying to make ends meet. I understand. I grew up in the hood, so I get it.
I'm in the ghetto.
I'm not judging anybody that's in jail unless you're a murderer or a rapist or a pedophile. Then I'm sorry, I'm judging you. But if you end up in jail because you're trying to make ends meet, whatever the case may be, I said it already, I don't like judgmental people, so I'm not finna judge no one. However, it's very important to understand that the partners that we pick to be in our life reflect on us. They also affect us, and they can also make our life go left or right. I'm here to let you know why you shouldn't date a man in jail, period. So the first reason why you shouldn't date a man in jail is because men in jail are notoriously known for selling dreams. Men in jail will tell you anything you wanna hear. You can really find the real man of your dream in jail because they are in jail. They ain't got nothing to do. What they finna do? They're looking at the 4 or 5 walls that are surrounding them. They haven't got no women around them. They haven't got no affection, no love. They've just got their boys who they're tired of. They're tired of them. And so they are going to, when they speak to a woman, when they write letters to a woman, when they see a woman on a visit, they are gonna tell you everything that they know that we wanna hear. And this is why it's so easy to get infatuated with men from jail, because on the outside world, we've got fuck. They ain't telling us shit. They ain't doing shit for us, and they treating us like we ain't shit. So then we get a man from jail that is telling us all of these things that we wanna hear. How beautiful we are, how amazing we are, what they're gonna do for us once they get out of jail. This is the main one. This is the main one, the promised land.
We must be over the rainbow.
The promise of when you get out of jail, what you're gonna do, how you're gonna treat me, how you're gonna be this guy, the same guy in jail telling me the dreams. You're gonna be that guy when you come out, and that's not the case. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. I myself have been in this position when I was very young, and this is why I'm making this video. A lot of young ladies I feel are perceptible to this when they're young. There's a lot of OAPs as well that entertain this. I don't know what's wrong with them. I feel like it's because they're getting old and they're getting lonely, so they're getting desperate. There's a lot of women in their 40s, 50s, and up, still entertaining men in jail. And I'm confused, because an older man in jail is even the worst. A young man, we can understand you made your mistakes, you was young, you was confused, you was dumb, you had time to change your life. And the older men, it's like, yeah, they sell dreams. They make you think that when they come out of this situation, they're gonna be this amazing man. They make you think whilst they're inside, they are this amazing man. And it's all a lie, it's all a facade. It's all the situation and the circumstance which they are surrounded by and facing, making them talk this talk, and we fall in love. A lot of women, as I've said before, you fall in love with what people say rather than what they do. A man is in jail telling you all the things he's gonna do for you. How is that possible? How is that possible? That you're gonna do anything for me when you're behind bars. You have to request to go to the toilet. You have to request to eat. You have to request to wash your balls. But you feel like you can promise me the motherland. So this leads into my second reason why you shouldn't date a man in jail. And that is because they switch it up as soon as they get out of jail. So all of the dreams that they told you in jail, everything they told you they would do, how they would be, all of that good stuff, now it comes to their release day. It comes to their release day. They've been let out of the jail. And you're at home, you're waiting. You're waiting, you know, in your laundry. You're waiting for them to come to be one. And you don't see him for 2 days. You don't see him for 2 days. Or you see him for 1 hour in the first day, and then you don't see him again for 2 days. You don't see a little, and that's it. For 2 days, for a week. you don't see him. And you know, don't get me wrong, the first couple of weeks might be amazing. He might be there, he might be happy, he might be, you know, thankful for being out, thankful for you. And then a month later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, he's missing, he's gone missing. You don't know where he is. He's giving you excuses. He's not phoning you. He's not coming home at night. He's not doing the things that he sold you dreams about. He's not out here giving you the motherland. No, he's out here giving you trash. He's out here giving you trash. Almost immediately. And that is because they are excited. They're happy to be out. They're happy to rediscover the world, see their friends, see what's going on. They ain't thinking about you because they know that they've whipped you in with the selling the dreams and they know that you're going to be there regardless. So now they're living their best life and everything they told you they was going to do, settle down, spend time with you. You're sitting there, you're in quarantine. You're in quarantine and now you feel like you're locked up and you can't see your man. You don't even know where he is. The third reason why you shouldn't date or wait for a man in jail is because they cheat the most. Men in jail, let me say about men in jail. When you're in jail as a man, all you think about is a woman. Because that's one thing you cannot access. And yes, you might have one girl that's so besotted into you, waiting for you, she's gonna be there for you. But that's not enough. Because you could be waiting for that for 5 years if that's what your sentence is. Men want to constantly be consumed by a numerous amount of girls. A numerous amount of vagina. If you've ever been with a man in jail, you probably tried to book a visit on a certain day. Like a birthday. And they told you that it's booked. Why is it booked? Why is it booked? Because Michaela, Jade, Keisha, Charlene, all of them, the other girls they took it to, because it's not just you, they're also coming to visit. They're also trying to see their man. Men in jail have the most time on their hands, so what do you think they're going to do with it if all they're thinking about is a woman? You think that a man is in jail so like you're safe. Oh, he ain't going to cheat, he can't do anything. He might physically cheat, but emotionally, they got about 25 women that they're making emotional connections with, and that's why when they come out, they switch it up. You can't see them because they've got to now go and facilitate these emotional connections that they've made. The fourth reason why you shouldn't wait for a man in jail, and I feel really bad saying this, so I'm just going to talk about it really quick because I say I'm not judgmental, but in a way it is kind of judgmental. But I feel like in this situation you have to kind of judge things to a certain extent. When they do come out of jail, they're highly likely not to have like that high of a perspective. I feel like if you're young, you can get away with this one, because if you're young and you make a mistake, you go to jail maybe once, I feel like you can come out and you can change your life. But I feel like if you're an older guy, or if you're a guy that's young but you've been to jail about 2 or 3 times, I personally don't think that there's a lot of perspective for you when you do come out of jail. When I say not a lot of perspective, I mean there's not a lot of help for you to change or opportunity or chance for you to spin your life around at this point, because if you've been in jail 2 or 3 times, this is what you know, and you're probably going to fall back into the habit. And if you're an older person and you've come out of jail, you know, you spent most of your life in jail and now you have to kind of start from the beginning, which means like it's not impossible, but it's more likely that you're not going to do very well in your life. And personally, I don't think as a woman that you should have to take on that burden after so many years if the man's an older guy. And if you're young, as a young woman, I don't think you should waste your life with that burden. You want a man that is hardworking, that is going to look out for you, that has perspectives, that can grow you in your relationship and possibly your family if you're looking at it long term. But what I will say is this, I feel like there's an exception to the rule. I don't know if this is the ghetto in me, but I feel like men that go to jail, and whilst they're in jail, so they have assets, they have money, even if the crime that they have committed has been what has facilitated this, then they still have perspectives when they come out. They still have a backup. You have £1 million sitting out here whilst you're in jail for that to come. Then, you know, you did the crime, you paid the time, but when you come out, you're still divine. But if somebody has gone to jail, if you went to jail for selling drugs, and whilst you're in jail, you don't have no money out on the streets, you have nothing saved. So you were selling drugs for 5 years and you don't have £10 out here. You have no perspective. For me, the fifth reason is why you shouldn't date a man in jail is because a lot of men, especially if you're from, I feel like, the black culture, feel like we should be ride or die. I don't like this narrative of being a ride or die, because I'm still trying to find out why I have to be riding and dying. If it's like a year, maybe an year and a half, if I feel like you have perspective, if I feel like there's opportunity for you to change, if I feel like you're genuine and I'm young, I might. If you're in jail for longer than a year, if you are a repeat offender, if you have no perspective, and especially as a grown woman, I'm not gonna be your ride or die. And these men will turn you into a woman that they expect to be a ride or die. They will expect you going forward once they come out of jail to be that ride or die woman, which means to be a woman that is in a struggle for their love. hate this narrative of the black superwoman. No other race nor culture really has to deal with this. But the black woman is always seen to be that strong, fighting, ride or die woman. And I don't understand why we have to ride or die for love. I feel like we should be able to be loved unconditionally for our strength, for our support, and for what we bring to the table. I don't see why I have to struggle or go through a stress to receive your love. I feel like I should be giving your love because I deserve your love, because I'm royalty. And by you staying with a man in jail and sticking by them for a very long period of time and then coming out of it afterwards, you have now crowned yourself with the ride or die category, which means going forward, everything in your relationship is going to be a struggle, because he knows that you're going to stick by him. He knows that you're going to ride by him. He knows that you're prepared to go through everything with him. He knows that. And now you set that stall for yourself. And now that's what you're going to receive. Are you prepared to receive struggle in the future when it comes to love, when it comes to affection, when it comes to protection? Because ultimately, these men are supposed to protect us. They're not supposed to be in jail. They're supposed to be out here protecting us, loving us, and treating us like queens. Whatever you pronounce for yourself is what you're going to receive. So if you pronounce that I'm going to stick here through whatever, that's what you're going to get, whatever. If you pronounce that I'm not prepared to stick through whatever and I expect to be treated like a queen, men will have to treat you like a queen. Otherwise, they won't see you. They just won't see you. Those are my 5 reasons why you shouldn't be with a man in jail. I need my sisters to think about what you guys are doing. And supposing you waited for someone for 5 years, they've come out of jail, and they just don't want to know you. That's 5 years of your life you've wasted, you've invested, you've dedicated to somebody that all they had to give you was a promise from their mouth. These men can't be trusted, and especially a man in jail. He's in jail. At the end of the day, he's in jail. That means he has the potential to deceive people for whatever reason. And as I said, this is not a general thing. You know your relationships with whoever you are with in jail. But girl, if you're just on Instagram and you're bored and you haven't got a babe, and a man from jail tries to hit you up like, I'm trying to be your man, please. Let's not do that one. Let's not entertain him. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and thumbs this video up and like it for me. Share it with your people then. Make sure you comment below. Tell me if you've ever been in this kind of situation, or if you've been in a situation where you came out the other side and your partner actually delivered on the dreams that he sold you. I would love to know. I would love to know, because these are not the stories I hear. Tell me what you think below, even if you disagree. Guys, make sure before you go, you hit your notification bell so you know when I post videos. Obviously, before I go, I want to big up one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for this message. It means the world to me. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. You've done already. Gang, gang. And I'll see you in my next video. Wow.